All right, everybody, welcome back to the layout. So this is going to be another layout update. So I'm slowly putting things back on the layout, and what I wanted to do was finish up a couple different items. And I've been trying to figure out the best way to actually mount my throttles and also my skewers and my clipboards. And eventually I'm going to have car cards in this layout, so I have to figure out where I'm going to put those. But my concern was I did not want to clutter up the fascia. So what I decided to do, obviously the car cards will eventually will be mounted somewhere on the fascia. I can't get around that, which is fine with me. But I did not want to have skewer holders and throttle holders and everything else on there. I thought it would be too cluttered. So what I decided to do is mount it on the back of the skyboard here. Now, I cut these pieces of wood. I still have to glue them in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use liquid nails to do that. But if you were to take the throttle and actually mount it on the back, you can see how that fits in there. That tall piece is going to be for the actual skewer holders, which we're gonna make those in a different segment of this video. And then I'm going to put a second throttle right here. So I'm going to be able to accommodate 3 operators on this layout. And so I wanted 3 throttles. So I'm going to put 2 here, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do on the other side. Before we go to the other side, I'm going to have the 2 throttles here and here, and then the skewer holder here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a screw-in hook. I'm going to put the hook in here, and then I can put my clipboard and hang it right here. I still have to get the finishing hardware for these pieces here. So let's take a look at the other side of the fascia where I'm going to put it, or put the actual throttle. Now this is a new section that I put in. This is a brand new section, and I showed it in the last video. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put a throttle probably right here, so it sits on the back. You know, eventually this will have car cards as well. So, but again, I'm just trying to make this as neat as possible and less cluttered as possible. So let's get started. I'll get these pieces glued on, and then we'll go on to the next step. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, so in this segment, I'm going to show you how to make a holder for your uncoupling skewers. All right, so basically you want to get a ruler, and you want to measure out the size of your skewer. So for this application, I'm going to get a ruler out. So the skewer that I'm working with is about 12 inches. All right, so let's just say we're going to make the holders about 6 inches. All right, so what we're going to need is we're going to need 1/2 inch PVC pipe. We're going to need a couple PVC caps, some glue, and this is basically for PVC. You get this at the Home Depot. Also, we're going to need something to cut the PVC pipe with. In addition to that, we're going to need a 1/2 inch strap, and we're going to need 2 of these per skewer holder. All right, so I'm going to open up this cutter, and we'll get started. All right, so I got the piece marked out at 6 inches, and basically what we're going to do is use this cutter. And this cutter is very sharp, so I would be very cautious on how you use it. And it's a ratcheting type cutter. Go nice and slow. Make sure you're wearing your proper eye protection. There we go. So I'm going to pause the video, and we're going to cut the second piece. All right, so now that these two pieces are cut, I'm going to take my caps, and we're going to need our cement for this portion. Now, make sure you're using this in a well-ventilated area. This stuff smells really bad. It looks like some type of cotton ball on the end of this thing. You're not going to need a lot. Just enough to hold it. And it takes 15, oof, this stuff is strong. It's going to take about 15 minutes to set up and 2 hours for a full cure. All right, you don't need a lot. Okay. So we're going to pop the ends on. Okay. Now, if you wanted to paint these, I guess you could, but for my purposes, they're going to be mounted on the back of the fascia, so I'm not going to paint them. There's no need. Okay. All right, so we're going to wait 15 minutes. We'll be back, and I'll show you how to mount them. All right, so here's the finished product. Well, what I noticed is that the clamps weren't fitting as well as I thought they would have. So I had to add a couple pieces of wood here, and then it's, you know, it's actually secured. So it came out pretty good. Holds the skewers. I could probably put a half a dozen skewers in there. All right, but I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. So not bad for being for something homemade to hold your skewers. And I like it that it's on the back of the fascia instead of on the front. So the next step we're going to do is put the throttle holder there, and then we're going to put the throttle in. So we'll be right back. All right, so now this piece is in. Take my throttle. Okay, it's stuck. Here we go. All right. Now we're in business. I really like that look with the stuff, with all the equipment on the back of the fascia instead of on the front. It looks really nice. All right, so one last thing is I'm going to put a hook here for my switching clipboard. So let's do that, and we'll be right back. All right, so I got the hook in, and I used a 1-inch hook. Screwed it right into the wood, and I got my clipboard there. So I'm going to do one on the other side as well. So let's take a look at the other side where the industrial area is, and then we'll be right back. All right, so now we got the other side done, and you can see we're in the industrial section. And right in the back, got my throttle, my skewer holder, and my clipboard. And what I decided to do is I didn't like the way those hooks went, so I just replaced it with a screw. I used a number 8 1-inch screw, wood screw, the same screws I used right there. So I kind of like that a lot better. So let's head over to the workbench, and we'll do a box opening of what I got at a recent train show. Be right back. All right, so this is what I picked up at a local train show. Wasn't expecting on getting anything, but had pretty good deals here. So I came across this kit here. This is an old AHM kit. It's a 2-stall engine facility. So let's take a peek at it. Very basic kit, very simple. I mean, the bricks are definitely not to scale, but I mean, that will pass for a cinder block, not for a regular brick, but it can't beat the price. So I was able to get this, and I'll put this somewhere in the layout. I was able to get this, and I also picked up these piggyback trucks or trailers. These are 25-foot trailers of Great Northern. I do have, and these will fit the Athearn cars that normally carry these, and I do have an Athearn car that doesn't have any trucks or trailers rather. So I was able to get these and this kit for 20 bucks. So that's not bad. So then another vendor had a caboose that I haven't seen in a long time. Danbury Railroad Museum from 1999. And this thing's in great shape. Nothing's broken on it, nothing's missing. So I may just add some, put some metal couplers on it and put some metal wheels on it, and away we go. So I was able to pick up this. And yes, I bought a Tyco kit. I wanted a movie theater for the layout. And I saw this one, and I forgot that Tyco actually made this kit. So I got the Tyco kit for $5, and then I got the caboose for $5 as well. So all in all, I spent 30 bucks at the show. Pretty pleased with what I got. I mean, I can do a lot with this model here, believe it or not. I can do a lot of weathering, and it won't look like a Tyco kit. So you can definitely add a lot of details to the Tyco kit, and that's what I like about these the most. You can do so much with these things. So, but anyway, so that's that. So I hope you enjoyed the this layout update. I will have another layout update for next week. I'm planning some stuff for the layout, and I'm gonna have a announcement for this channel for next week. So stay tuned for that. I do have some newer content coming out, but for now, this is Ron in New Haven Rails. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hit the like button, leave a comment. I do try and respond to every comment that is out there. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. So again, this is Ron, New Haven Rails. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. See you at the next layout update.